Previously on The Adventure Zone. And the ground is out unless you know someone who can dig through solid rock like it was nothing.
We may have a connection there.
You hear the voice of the guardian of the unknown forest. Did you need something from me, Master Firbolg?
I owe you thanks. The message you delivered to me helped me to have the time to say goodbye.
What message, Master Firbolg? I don't know what you're talking about.
Find me at the school. Give me that message that my clan is in danger and I cannot hesitate.
And Chaos says, I don't think we could stop this if we wanted to. Our way will work. Order has told me it will work.
We need to get to the fairy circle before midnight. It's time to party.
And the three of you wake up on the dew-covered ground, and you look down at your arms, Fitzroy, and they are crackling with energy. The magic flows out of you more powerful than ever before.
I guess you could say that the magic was inside. Water!
Argo and Firbolg, you come awake. You're not sure what the time is. I mean, the sun has clearly been up for a little while by the time you make it back, and everybody has been looking for you. Gordy meets you and is like, where have you been? We need to open up a portal and get the Xorn over. Have you forgotten all of this stuff we were supposed to do this morning?
Can we just ignore the fact that we weren't here for a bit? We got stronger, but it's fine. It was all for the bigger picture.
Well, Festo, I'm ready whenever you are.
Yes, Festo is ready, always.
So here's what I need from the three of you. I want you to try to picture the Xorn. Just hold that memory in your minds as best you can. And the better you hold on to it, the easier we'll be able to pinpoint his location. All three of you make a wisdom check for me.
I got an 8.
I got an 11.
Dang it, it's an 8.
Oh, no, it was a 22.
Thank you. Okay, let's go with that.
Yes.
That's a lot better.
With that 22, thankfully for your book, you are able to hold that memory in your mind very clearly as that magic begins to kind of coalesce into about an 8-foot diameter circle. And you see this opening to a tunnel. And they say, we can hold it open for a little while. Go get him. Bring him back.
Go get him. Bring him back? It's a big mole monster. It's not a terrier.
Then enlist him? Is that clearer?
Sure. Why not? I mean, there's a portal. Let's go through the portal. That plan has yet to fail us.
So you enter the elemental plane of Earth. You are standing in a tunnel lit only by glowing stones in the walls. And, you know, with that 22, with that very good 22, luckily, you remember that before he left, the Xorn told you that he had Gmail, geology mail, and you got his address before he left.
I remember now.
And that you can send the missive through the rocks themselves, so you should be able to contact him that way. Now, the problem is he didn't quite give you details on how that worked exactly.
That seems more like your thing, Master Firbolg. Like talking to nature and stuff.
Does anyone see any rodents? Fantasy porcupine?
Oh, you know what? I believe I see a fantasy porcupine right over there.
Oh, no. Well, I don't love this. I don't love this.
That's the sounds a fantasy porcupine makes. I don't know what you want from me.
You asked for this. Now what?
All right. I'm casting Speak with Animals.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Very good. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I'm a rockupine.
Do you know the giant mole named Xorn?
Yeah, just send him a Gmail.
I don't know how to send a Gmail. It's embarrassing. My grandkids try to teach me.
Yeah. Oh, it's simple. You just write your message addressed to Zorn. Then you put it on a rock, you write it on a rock, and you slam it on the ground.
Won't that heat it up too much? It seems like that could create hot mail.
No, it stays pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, all right. I pick up a rock. So I'll write on there, Zorn, we are in need of your aid. Love, Firbolg.
XOXOXO.
Yeah. And I smash that, and then I get another rock. And I write Zorn at the top. And then I say, I'm sorry I said love in the last one. I panicked. Love, Firbolg. Smash on the ground.
You start to, just on the edge of your perception, there are some vibrations, and then the Zorn steps through the rock, and he looks at you three, and he's so excited to see you. Oh, my friends! It's my friends! Fenris, Arbus, and the Firbolg.
That's us. Got it in one. How you been?
It's been
Good
so
to see you,
long!
Zorn.
Did you have fun during your little adventure over in Nua when you came over for, let's call it, a vacation?
Well, I wasn't wild about it, but you guys helped me get home.
Well, we've been doing
We kind of want to return the favor, yeah.
we've been doing a lot of fun stuff over there to remodel it to make it sort of more Zorn friendly. I think you're gonna have a way better time this loop.
Wait, you want me to come back?
Yeah. There's a big thing happening over there that is potentially catastrophic, and in order to stop it, we're going to have a big tunnel, but time's kind of a factor, so can you come and do that wild thing you do where you gobble up a hole that we can go through?
For you guys? For Fenris? Anything.
Cool.
So where to?
Back through that sort of extra-dimensional hole that's
Oh,
hovering.
that one?
Yeah.
Okay. And he follows you through.
Okay, don't be a stranger. Write me a Gmail.
Will Gmail work on my plane?
You got to make sure that your rock is set to Earth plane mode.
Oh, boy.
That's the best one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the best
thanks.
one, Griffin. I'm
Thanks,
very
It's
proud
the
of
best one.
you. I'm very proud of you, Griffin.
Thank you.
So now that you're all together, the team of you, the Xorn, Althea, Hieronymus, Gordy, Festo, and the three of you make your way over to the planned beginning of your tunnel to the school. I'm talking, of course, about Groundsy's hut. Now, you're able to move at the edges of the unknown forest. I want all three of you to make a stealth check for me.
I got a 16. Althea, how did the project to acquire us sacred demon-killing weaponry turn out?
She reaches into her bag and withdraws a small dagger, almost like a shiv. I mean, it's called the Serpent's Tooth. Supposedly...
Of course it is. Of course it is. I hold it out like a stinky shoe and hand it towards Argo. This is yours. Ugh.
I mean...
Okay, so give me some deets on this wicked knife.
Supposedly, it says it god poison?
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And I rolled a 28, by the way. Still.
Yeah, of course you did.
Fuck.
And Firbolg, what did you roll for stealth?
I got a 17.
Okay, yeah, the three of you successfully make your way through the edge of the unknown forest, and you approach Groundsy's from the rear, and you're able to open the door. You enter, you quietly close the door behind you, and it's dark, and you hear a grumbling voice from the darkness say, "What are you doing in my hut?"
Groundsy,
Yes?
do you remember us?
We should
Just,
start
of course,
by
you're my
welcome-
best friends.
While we have a moment, first, let me welcome you back to the narrative.
So good to be here. I was told that I was going to be a series regular, but
I was going to ask, when this began, did you think you would play a larger part in the events that unfolded?
I mean, on the first day, I was fourth on the call sheet.
We needed to get inside the school, and this was kind of the most sort of unpopular place to be.
In our defense, we didn't even think that you would be here.
Right.
Judging by the past year or so.
I've been here waiting for you to come visit.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is
No, I am
bad.
just kidding. I have a rich life.
Hey, I love what you do here, Groundsy, but we gotta go.
All right. Now, before we move on, there's one thing. So someone's going to need to stay to keep an eye on this end of the tunnel to make sure that you aren't attacked from behind. So now you need to make the decision of who stays. Gordy the Lich King, Althea, Hieronymus, or Festo.
Gordy's very powerful.
That's a good point. Gordy, this is all you. And also, Gordy, if things get too hot out here, you can summon an army of skeletons or something like that.
Okay, that's a good point, but you guys have to promise me that you will get to Rainier and you will make sure she's safe.
We'll get to Rainier and she'll make sure that we are safe. It'll be like,
yeah,
it'll be
that's fair.
Sort of mutual.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, let her know I'm here. Okay, yes, go.
You're a good dad, Gordy.
Thank you. I try my best. Okay, so you follow the tunnel. You enter through the wall of the practice dungeon in the lower level of the school. It's currently unoccupied. So at this point, the people who you know the location of is, you know, Rainier is at the main entrance to the school keeping watch with her little army of skeletal creatures. You know that Gray and Higglemus are located on Jackal's balcony, and from them is coming this protective net around the school. Past that, you don't really have a lot of reconnaissance here inside the school.
I really think we should get to Higglemus and Gray then to find out. If they're the ones who threw up the barrier, they know what they are barriering against.
So you make your way up to Jackal's office. You enter and you find Jackal, you find Sabor, and you find Marie, the healer.
Damn, gang's all here. Okay. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Huh? We left for like a minute to go overthrow society, and when we came back, everything had gone all rotten.
Do any of you have advantage on exposition?
After you boys left, I was there on my balcony, and suddenly I see coming up from the ground just this horde of demons. And so I contacted the headmaster, and they threw up this barrier. But by the time the horde hit the school, they kind of split around the barrier. We've stayed in this holding pattern since. It seems like they're waiting for something or someone. Something's coming.
Gray, first of all, way to sort of buck the expectation that you were going to turn on us. Although these are demons.
You saw the eyes, right? The white eyes. The demons have the white eyes, just like Order and Chaos have the white eyes.
I mean, I could look through my spell book to see if there's anything in there that would just kill 10,000 demons. But it seems like Festo would have told me about that one.
Oh, that part's easy. Oh, God. You have to get me to that rift. Once I get back into my hell, like you promised, I can take control back. That army will then become an asset for us.
Where is the rift?
It is sealed in what was the Godskar Chasm, now the Godskar Cavern. You get me in to the rift, then you close the rift, you win the day. Easy!
This sounds reasonable.
I want to do an insight check or a perception check to see how Higglemus is taking all this.
Insight.
That's not going to do it. A 6.
Well, I'll say this. While you cannot read their inner thoughts, Hieronymus turns and says, okay, I'm following most of this, but so now we're teamed up with Gray. Now that we have a moment to breathe, you've signed on with the Demon Prince, who I've spent most of my life trying to thwart. And you're going to put him back in his seat of power. Am I getting that?
Everybody we know has a talent for repeating our plans and making them sound bad.
Hieronymus, your school has accomplished some great things, and it has also graduated some real dildos. So I think that I speak for all of us when I say you're going to be able to do a lot more good for this world when this school is not your legacy any longer.
Hieronymus really takes that in. All right, I'll make you boys a deal. You avert the apocalypse, and I'll shut down the school. What do you think?
So you're telling me your plan is that we stop the apocalypse and you'll shut down the school?
Well, when you say it like that, Master Fjord, and everybody laughs, and then you hear Gray say, Y'all are probably going to want to see this. And when you look towards where he is looking, you see a figure moving through the horde of demons. It is the Commodore. His eyes so white, they are practically glowing. And he steps up to the barrier and raises his hands. And even from here, you can see that his hands and arms are the same opalescence as order and chaos. And they are also crackling with power. He reaches out, grabs the barrier, begins to laugh, and then tears it apart with his bare hands. The members of the Unbroken Chain join you on the balcony, and for a moment, there is silence as you stare at the Commodore with his two bare hands tearing apart a magical net like it was nothing. Then Rainier comes rushing in. You all are never going to believe what's happening out there, but... Oh! Hi, guys, when did you get back?
Gosh, it either like 10 minutes ago or a week ago.
Oh, it's good to see you. So, what are we gonna, do?
Well, we got to get the demon prince here all the way down to the Godscar Chasm. But there's like a lot of bad stuff between us and that goal.
And then you hear another voice. Field Commander Fitz. There you are.
Reg.
Gordy told me you went through the tunnel, and I followed you here. And Rainier says, Gordy, my dad's here?
Oh, yes. Like everyone's here, Rainier.
Oh, cool. So, Field Commander, what are your orders?
How many are your numbers?
I would say close to 5,000.
What?
Yes.
This is going to be easy. I thought, am I the only one who thought we were pretty boned until this very exciting development?
I think I recognize some of the knights. There's Deus, I see X, well, there's Machina right there.
Well, let's rouse them, and I don't think we need to smash our forces into their forces, because that's unnecessary. We just need to clear a path.
I mean, they will need to get here.
Well, we need them to start moving right now. Can you send a message, or...
I can skedaddle on back to them and tell them your orders are to move.
Yeah, actually, I can do that myself. And I pull out my Falconer's Gauntlet and summon Leon.
That proud bird lands swiftly on top of that gauntlet and looks at you like, this is what I've been waiting for.
Okay, do you mind just delivering a quick message and then you can, de-anamorph?
So Leon the Hawk flies off with your message, heading towards the forces of both the skeletal army of the Lich King and the army of the floating realm of Good Castle.
In the gathered party here, who's the most magical little motherfucker?
That would be Festo.
Can I holler at Festo for a second?
Of course.
Okay. Festo, a moment, please.
Okay.
I had a very strange experience.
Oh, at the party?
Last season or so, the Guardian came to me and told me that I needed to return to my village and that they were passing on a message from me.
Okay.
But the message I sent back, I just gave myself the message, but the Guardian was in the past, but I spoke to them now.
Time manipulation is quite impossible.
Festo, do you remember who it is you're speaking to?
Oh, well, fuck.
I could be confused. It's possible.
I'll think about it. But if what you said is true, it's very, 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 very bad.
This is fair.
So things are, this is going to be a little table talk here. Things are absolutely about to pop off. Is there anything y'all want to do or talk to or set up before we go?
Argo would like to take a look at the Commodore. It seems like he pops up and starts tearing apart this netting, and he's undergone some changes. I think.
Yes.
I don't know if that would be an insight check or a perception check.
Give me
just to kind of look at him.
Give me an investigation check.
That is an 18 minus 1.
Okay.
So that's 17.
Yeah, luckily right now you're kind of surrounded by people who know a thing or two about magic. And so by conferring with Festo and Gray, but especially you, Fitzroy, with your experience, the Commodore is basically at this point radiating. It's almost chaos magic, and he is overflowing with it. And seeing that, I'm going to say it spurs you all on that it's beginning to be a little bit more imperative that you get on the move than it was before.
Okay.
Yeah, you're headed down the stairs towards the front, and you hear Hagelmus and Festo kind of speaking very quickly behind you as they're like making some kind of plan. You've reached the main entryway, and you exit, and you can see that the Commodore is almost through. The army of Goodcastle is mobilized, but they are not going to get there quite in time. And Hagelmus says, "Don't worry, we have a plan. Festo and I will buy you some time." And you see the two of them close their eyes and begin making patterns and shapes. And then the air fills with a low hum. And it sounds like it's coming from all around you. And then you realize why. Coming from every window and doorway on campus is a flood of gargoyles. The Garys are taken to the sky. And for stone statues, they are surprisingly graceful. They're ready as the barrier between you and the demons finally breaks down.
Shit.
The three of you, the Xorn, Althea, and Gray, begin to run. Everyone else is going to buy you as much time as they can. The Garys dart in amongst the demons, drawing their focus, tripping them, and generally slowing them however they can. You've got a bit of a lead, but it's not much.
Okay, how far do we need to go?
Yeah, paint us a picture of sort of spatially where we're at to sort of set the stage.
Where you need to get to for the Xorn to be able to, like, dig to the cavern is basically, like, right on top of where the cavern is. So you have a pretty far way to go.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. How much does that cover? Who does that cover?
For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a plus 10 bonus to dexterity and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage.
With this spell, all of you 6 total are going to make a stealth check.
And how much extra bonus do we get on that?
Plus 10.
Okay, then that's a 15.
I got a 23.
I got a 29 plus 10 is a 39.
Jesus Christ.
God, if you get a 40...
That's the highest... Is that the highest TAZ roll ever?
I think so.
So, all 3 of you succeed, and you make it past, and then about 30, 40 yards in front of you, a veil drops, and 3 pit fiends appear. The pit fiends, you will remember, have true sight, and the lead fiend steps forward to engage, but before he gets more than 2 steps, there is a blood-curdling sound that stabs into the ears of all present. And a raging form the size of a barn moves like lightning out of the unknown forest, and the Guardian slams into the fiends, sending them flying. And you get your first good look at the Guardian, and it's something you are not likely to forget. Its body is like that of a millipede, except with long, multi-jointed, fleshy legs. But perhaps the most unexpected thing is the face. It's almost human, but the proportions are all wrong. And then there are the eyes, round and bulging and red as blood.
I look away. I look away.
No, don't like to look at it.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. You hear the Guardian's voice in your head. Master Firbolg, I'm so glad I found you. I know what brought you to me all those months ago. Our reality threatens to shatter. There are cracks forming throughout the forest, and the bonds of cause and effect, the very tapestry of existence threatens to unravel. You have to stop this, or we may never recover. And before you get a chance to respond, the pit fiends are back on their feet and swarming the Guardian. And the fiends are outmatched, but they are enraged, and you need to hurry. And Gray says, as soon as I'm in my dimension, everyone will be safe. We have to move.
I don't think I even slowed down. The look of this creature was so upsetting.
That's fair, yes.
I instinctively just ran faster.
You've reached the location of the Godskar cavern, and in fact, you are right on top of it. And if there's any chance of the Xorn breaking through, it has to be here. And that is when you hear the roar behind you. And before you can even fully understand what is happening, the Commodore comes to a stop 6 feet behind you. Hello, boys. Good to see you. And he looks over at Gray. You too, Gray, or don't you remember me? I signed on with you, and then you chucked me as soon as I wasn't useful. I've moved on to bigger and better things. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
14 total.
18.
6.
A blast of energy ripples from the Commodore's hand and tears basically between the two sets of groups. There's the three of you on one side, and then there is the Xorn and Gray and Althea on the others. And instinctually, the Xorn begins to dig to safety, and Gray follows him without hesitation. And Althea looks at you and says, "What should I do? Go with them or stay here?"
Get Gray to the dunk hole. Dunk Gray in the hoop.
Okay, don't die. And Althea follows them, and you three roll initiative. Hi, everybody. It's me, Travis McElroy. Pre-orders for the TAZ 11th Hour are open now. It comes out February 21st, 2023. You can go to theadventurezonecomic.com to pre-order. Thank you to everybody who came out to see us in Salt Lake City and Portland and San Diego. They were wildly fun shows. We had such a good time. We got more shows coming up. Tickets for all these shows are available at bit.ly/McElroy Tours. We've got shows in November in Washington, D.C., Detroit, Michigan, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Mask and proof of full vaccination or negative COVID test within 72 hours of event start is required. Thank you so much. And now back to the show.
Fuck yes. I got slots galore. I'm gonna fuck this old idiot up.
I'm gonna kill the guy. I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm gonna kill this guy.
Got a 3.
I got a 21.
Let Dad kill him, though. If we're gonna kill him. Or let Dad be killed by him. Beautiful.
Ooh, and then I kill him after he...
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Dad,
then
let
I
him
kill you.
Let him kill you, make it extra sad, so that when I kill him, people are like, yeah. And then when Firbolg
avenge
kills
him.
me, people
People be like,
heartstrings.
Jacques Hughes. Didn't see that coming.
yeah.
That is moving.
Say what you will about Grad. It had some fucking twists.
Yeah, it
at
did.
the end. Shit.
Dad, what was your roll?
It is a 16.
Excellent. So you are up first, Fitzroy.
Can you set the scene just a little bit?
Okay, the three of you are standing with your backs to the school, facing the Commodore. The Commodore stands between you and the tunnel down into what was once the Godskar Chasm and is now the Godskar Cavern. In order to get into the Godskar Chasm and assist in whatever Gray and the Xorn and Althea get up to, you're going to have to get through the Commodore.
Okay. I say, I gotta be honest, I liked you a lot better when you had my face glued on your face. Stop me if you've heard this one before. And I clap my hands together, and instead of just sort of letting out a blast of thunder, a lot more of a coordinated storm comes out. In fact, one might call it a sphere of storm that just sort of appears around the Commodore. It is a 20-foot radius sphere of whirling air that, for the spell's duration, every creature in the sphere, when it appears or ends its turn there, must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This storm seems to just kind of move around the three of us, because I'm also going to use some meta magic to use careful casting so that we
Ooh.
automatically succeed on our strength saving throws.
So you're being a careful boy.
But here's the other thing. I see him not get knocked over, and I say, oh, that's a shame. You're pretty fast there, Commodore. And I snap my fingers, and a bolt of lightning comes out of the center of the sphere and crackles toward the Commodore. I have advantage on the attack roll since he's in the sphere. 3 plus 9, 12? No.
That doesn't hit.
That's more like it. 14 plus 9, 23.
That does hit.
And that's going to hit him for 14. 14 lightning damage.
It hits him solidly. And then I would like you, Fitzroy, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm good at those. That is an 8 plus 7, 15.
A sphere of water forms around your head,
Uh-oh.
and you begin the process of drowning.
Okay.
And
I want to I just real quick, though, I do need to look at him right in his face in this bubble of water and then go, and give him a big thumbs up because I now have a storm soul, which is attuned to the sea. And so I do have resistance to lightning damage and can breathe underwater. So this is actually just kind of a refreshing, like a Sierra mist that he's given me.
And up next is Argo.
I'm going to use sneak attack. How close is he?
So at this point, after blasting that sphere, I would say he's now back to like 4 feet. I'll say arm's reach. You can attack him if you'd like.
I'm going to use sneak attack. I'm going to use my sling and hit him with it.
Okay, roll.
Well, there we go. That's a 12.
That does not hit. So you fling the stone at him, he catches it.
Okay. I can take a bonus action, right?
Indeed you can.
Yeah, I'm going to dash towards him.
Okay. You are now like right up in his grill, and up next is the Firbolg.
The Firbolg is going to... I got some good spells now. All right, I'm going to call down the lightning on old Jerkface. The bolt of lightning's going to flash down, and he's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a 21 total.
Dang, dexed it. No problem, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to take half as much damage. So the damage roll is 15 points of damage.
15 points.
Not bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Fitzroy, you are up.
I put my hand on Argo's shoulder and I say, do not waste this opportunity. And I cast haste on him. And his speed is doubled. He gains a +2 to his AC. He has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and he gains an additional action on each of his turns, which can be used.
Nice. I like that.
And I say, in case you forgot which way the knives go, and I snap again, and another bolt of lightning comes out of the storm sphere towards the Commodore. That is an 8 plus 9, 17.
I'll say this, that just misses.
Okay, well, that's a good thing I have advantage. 14 plus 9, 23.
That hits.
That's 4d6 lightning damage. That is not great, 10. 10 lightning damage plus 3 lightning damage. And I shout, may I suggest stabbing him 3 times on your next turn?
Got it.
He is getting pretty pissed now, and you are taunting him, and that's not quite helping. And he goes, so you can do storms, eh? I know something about storms at sea. And he closes his eyes, and I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
My strong suit.
11 plus 7, 18.
18.
Dim.
So Fitzroy and Argonaut, you are able to cover your ears and close your eyes and protect yourself from this storm, but it strikes you, Firbolg, you get hit for 16. Now it's your turn again, Argonaut.
Actually, go ahead and make a strength saving throw for him.
Oh, right.
Because of the storm. I forgot to have you do it last time.
Another nat 20.
Dang.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. I've never had the Travis McElroy dice luck weaponized against me.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. I'm kind of under my breath. I say, now, little friend. And the projectile that I hit him with in the sling was the hummingbird. Okay, get a peckin'.
Get
a peckin'.
a peckin'. Cool.
And the hummingbird starts hovering all around the Commodore's head, pecking at him and just bothering the shit out of him and distracting him enough that Argo can approach him and, using 2-weapon fighting, stab him in the eyes
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
with Slapsidian and the Serpent's Tooth.
Okay, so roll the Slapsidian attack first.
29.
Go ahead and roll damage for that for me, please.
So that is 5 plus 6. So that's 11. So that is an 18 plus 11, 29.
Excellent.
Dang.
You swipe at him with Serpent's Tooth, and he smiles as he begins to initiate what he considers an easy parry. Then you have pierced his flesh. It doesn't appear to be much. It's a fairly small knife. And in retaliation, he moves to cast a spell, and nothing happens.
Let's get him.
Roll for damage.
Okay. Let's see. That says 10.
He reaches down, and where you had stabbed him with Slap City and no blood had flowed, and in fact, where you had hit him with lightning, where he had been damaged before, there hadn't been any blood drawn, but now his hand comes away from his newest wound covered in blood, and the water around Fitzroy's head falls away. And Firbolg, you are up.
I'm staring down the Commodore, and I swing my fist back to punch him. And the attack that comes is not the meaty fist of the Firbolg, but rather the slippery tentacle of a giant octopus.
All right.
I thought that'd be funny because he likes water so fucking much.
Not for long.
Yeah. It's wild shape, baby. I just say it and it happens. I'm a big octopus now.
Okay, so he is slammed to the ground, and the wind has clearly been knocked out of him, and his turn is foregone, and now laying before you, Argonaut, is the Commodore.
I am the greatest naval hero the world has ever known. I have become unto a god, and I will not be stopped by a king.
You know what? I'm not a hero. There's been a lot of debate about this, but I'm not a hero. I don't even think I'm a villain. I'm just kind of a vindictive little shit. And so all this time, I just want to kill you. And I stab him with Florence, my rapier, right in the heart.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for that. You bury Florence into his heart. He dies uncelebrated. He dies here alone, miles and miles away from the sea. Oh, yeah. And the Firbolg is still a giant octopus.
What he said.
Does anyone know the giant octopus word for pointless? I took no actions, just turned into a giant octopus, and then you stabbed him. And so inspired were you by my incredible octopus visage that you found the strength to defeat him. But I do, so I transfer back, but I do loot the corpse. We never do this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We always forget.
I can't think of what the fantasy equivalent is, but basically it's the keys to the Mariah.
Great.
Oh.
They should have keys for boats.
I know, right?
Really?
Is it a deed to it? It's that kind
It's a deed.
It's a deed to the Mariah. The thing. It's the combination.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for making that possible for me.
And
I feel great.
Yeah, that's murder for you, baby.
That's murder.
They won't teach you that in school, but there's a reason.
Who'd have thought?
There's a reason why people do it.
You guys aided and abetted.
You.
And I appreciate you aiding and abetting me.
I think you should have this. And I hand him the deed to the Mariah.
Whoa. Thank you, Firbolg. I think about my mom every day. I hadn't really realized how badly I wanted to get the Commodore for her. And you guys helped that happen, and you made it happen. And I love you guys. Thanks. I appreciate it.
It was the least we could do.
Yeah, you do the same for us, right?
Probably. So we already searched the body like thugs,
I do
right?
want to look it over. There's something that's kind of bothering me about him, which is that I also had this chaos power, but it did not hit me in the same way. And obviously now I can't ask him, but I want to see if there's just anything I can figure out.
Want me to slice him open some more?
No, God.
Roll an Arcana check.
12 plus 4, 16.
Okay, yeah. With the 16, this is not chaos magic, what he was wielding. He was wielding entropy magic. And it's a similar vein where entropy is the slow destruction of things heading towards ultimate obliteration of existence. And his kind of leaning into it, this is what chaos always was trying to push you to do with their magic. Open yourself up to it and just let go, right? Instead of fighting it, just giving into it to fully embody this.
Okay.
So the three of you make your way down the Xorn's tunnel, hoping to meet Gray and the Xorn and Althea along the way, but they seem to have made it to the cavern already. And ahead is an opening through which you can see Order with their back to you about 50 yards ahead, facing this cavern-wide rift they are making.
Yeah, let's get a little bit closer.
Okay. As you cross the threshold, you trigger a magical trap,
Oh.
and stone grows up. You see pinned against the wall is Althea and the Xorn and Gray. They have stone gags covering their mouths. And as you struggle, the stone grows up and pins your hands, and Chaos steps forward from the side and says, "We are so close now, and we can't have you interfering. And any moment now, the alignment will be complete, and we can get this war started in earnest."
Awesome. I can't wait. I have to go to the bathroom, though. And I don't want to have all this new magic and newfound purpose.
Do I need to seal your mouth as well?
Could you at least seal up my bathing suit area?
Firbolg, roll an insight check.
It's a 5 plus 8, 13.
You don't know exactly why, but a couple times now, Chaos has talked about fixing things. And they seem sincere about it to you, but everything you've heard from folks today would seem to indicate otherwise.
You're saying Chaos really does think they're going to fix things?
Correct. At least as far as you can tell.
Chaos. This doesn't work. What you are about to do.
How do you know that, Master Firbolg?
Because I spoke to myself in the past. This should not be. Time is broken. If this stands to reason, the time is broken. Then if time was fixed later by what you are doing, time would not be broken. Yes?
And Chaos takes in what you've said and turns and says, "Order, this is not our plan. Yes, you are right, Chaos. This is my plan, and you have always been too soft with the mortals." And Chaos moves in a blur, but it is still not fast enough. They get within 10 feet of Order, and a wave of force blasts them backwards. They hit the ground, roll several times, and stop at your stone-encased feet. Now, before you think of trying anything else, an Order waves their hands, and 3 large demonic dragons, one red, one green, one blue, walk through the portal and place themselves sentry between you and the rift. And Chaos comes to and says, "What happened?"
They kind of sucker punched you.
Order did this?
You're immortal, right?
For all intents and purposes, yes.
Great. So you're going to have the rest of eternity to think about this exact moment when I tell you letting us go is the only way to fix this.
They hold your eye for a second and then look away, and then they seem to come to a decision, and they turn to the 3 of you. "I believe I am ready to invest in Thunderman LLC." And every fiber of your being comes alive as the 3 of you feel chaos magic surge through you. Argo, you become acutely aware of the moisture in the air, underground rivers deep below your feet. Even the water of your own body sings to you, and with the unstoppable force of a flash flood, you shatter your stony bonds. Firbolg, your skin feels as solid as bark, and tiny berries begin to sprout from your hair. You are drawing power and healing wounds from the nutrients of the soil. You break your arms and legs free without pause. And Fitzroy, you have felt this power before, but never on this scale. 100 sorcerers could not generate power like this. The lightning dances just beneath the skin of your arms, waiting for the music to start. You begin to laugh, and it sounds like the roll of thunder as the storm begins. Your bonds simply turn to dust, and the 3 of you move forward, the power of a god coursing through your veins. And then, all hell breaks loose.